Hi everyone, it's Kristen here from the Dahlia Sewciety with your brand new arrivals for this week and a bit of a chat. How have you all been? I've been incredibly busy this week. We have had such a busy week with orders, but the last couple of days have been spent packing advent calendars and getting them ready to ship on Monday. So I've been dreaming about packing them. You know, when you get into the flow and the rhythm of putting things together over and over and over again, and you go on like autopilot, that's kind of how I feel at the moment. It's been lovely seeing them all come together, and I'll be so glad when we send them off and I can finally get started on my frock tails dress, because yes, I have committed the biggest sewing sin, and that is leaving it till a week before frock tails to make my dress, which is really, really naughty. But it wasn't for the lack of trying. I've just been so flat out with your beautiful orders. And that takes priority, of course, because everyone's waiting for them to get sent out, and we just can't wait to see you all start receiving them. So as soon as they're sent out on Monday, I can get quick smart into my toile, and I reckon I can get it done without being up too late on Friday night, the night before. So here in Melbourne, there is a public holiday on Tuesday for Melbourne Cup Day. So it's going to be a really nice warm day, as it is today. Here it's going to be 25, I think, which is just beautiful. If I can try and get some sunshine, I will. But I've got a huge delivery of beautiful new fabrics here that I think you'll love, and a bit of inspiration. Before I get started on the new fabrics, a lot of people have been emailing me about the new Deluxe box, which is launching not this Sunday, but the one after. So that's the 10th of November at 7 p.m. and that's daylight savings time, AEDT here in Victoria, 7 p.m. And the box, of course, is our Deluxe designer box. Now, the beautiful Sarah from Miss Moresby is the most incredible artist and designer, and we've been so lucky to be able to get some of her beautiful fabrics, and we've also got some really exciting things happening, possibly in the new year, with some wonderful collaborations. She's going to be working with me and showing me some of her beautiful fabrics. We'll be able to stock them, because I know a lot of people are very keen on her design, so I can't wait to be able to get them in store. For those of you that remember her designs, they are just so beautiful. So the box, of course, the launch is 7 p.m. on the 10th. There'll be 3 different colorways. We're going to have a theme, and it's called A Christmas with Miss Moresby, and that's kind of an ode to a summertime Christmas that we celebrate here in Australia. And we've kind of gone with the whole summertime Christmas experience that we celebrate, and the way we celebrate things here in Australia may be a bit different to those of you in the Northern Hemisphere. And the box themes represent the fabrics and the prints. So there'll be 3 themed boxes. The first one is the Christmas market, because personally, for us, we love Christmas markets. We love seeing handmade goodies. We love seeing beautiful, yummy foods, lovely drinks, maybe a bit of wine tasting, a bit of music. So Christmas markets are a really big thing here in Australia. And I know over in the Northern Hemisphere, you have your snowy wintertime markets, which I would love to visit one day. But ours are a really lovely summer night or maybe Sunday afternoon event. So the colours and inspiration from markets and what you see will represent that box. Each box, of course, will have different fabrics, but they'll also have different gifts and different edibles, all to match the theme. So, if you wanted to buy 1, 2 or 3, you can do that. They'll all be different, which is really exciting as well. So that's the first theme, the Christmas market. The second box is another Aussie iconic holiday kind of thing we do, and that's called Beachside Escape. A lot of people love heading towards the beach for their Christmas holidays. Of course, here in summer, it's usually can be nice and warm. It can be cool depending on where you are in Australia, of course, but we love spending time at the beach, and a lot of people love even having Christmas lunch at the beach, which is a really lovely tradition. Growing up for me as a child, we always went to the beach for little picnics and maybe Boxing Day type of events with family and friends. So the beach is very important to us. And as I've gotten older, of course, I tend to really be sun smart. I burn very quickly, and as a child, I don't think we worried about that too much back then. But now we've got to really watch out for the sun. So of course, the big wide hat comes out, or maybe the beach shelter. The Christmas beachside escape, and also heading off with family. Many memories of doing that as a child with mum and dad, heading off with a caravan to, little coastal towns around, a few hours from where we live. We actually have a beautiful coastal town about an hour's drive. That's Phillip Island and Cowes Beach, which is our favourite. Wilson's Promontory is a beautiful national park with some great beaches. And a lot of the little coastal towns we used to visit as kids, Marimbula, we'd always go, or Lakes Entrance. So love doing that for Christmas holidays with the family. The third box is a beautiful one called Bushland Picnic. And of course, many people love to go camping at Christmas time, maybe going right into a beautiful national park for a picnic or a little barbecue with friends and family. Love looking at the native birds. And I love heading into Wilson's Promontory. I just spoke about before, but Wilson's Prom has got such a beautiful rainforesty feel to it, not far from the beach as well. There's also some beautiful areas not far from us in the Dandenongs, where it has some gorgeous little picnic spots up there as well. So really the feel of a summertime Christmas here in Australia, we've really tried to bring it all together into 3 beautiful boxes with some wonderful designer fabric from Miss Moresby. So there'll be 3 meters of fabric in each box. We can't tell you too much about colorways and things like that. We just want you to use your imagination with the themes and go for the one that you gravitate towards. If you're buying one, go to the one that speaks to you the most, and I can guarantee you will not be disappointed. Sarah's designs are absolutely stunning. She has a real Matisse kind of inspired artwork. I just love the use of color, and the postcard we're going to put up here is another one of her pieces of art as well. I'll put the name below it as well so you can see just beautiful artwork. So she also sells her artwork, which is just amazing. So we're so lucky to be able to be stocking her fabric in the coming months. I can't wait to bring them to the store to show you guys. So although it's a November box, we always try and do our Christmas box in November, because if it is something that inspires you to make a nice, dress or summery blouse for Christmas Day, you can do that. And by no means are these prints novelty inspired. They've got no Santa Claus or no reindeers and things like that. They are definitely not that way inclined. They are to be worn all year round, but a lot of the colors will really really attract you to be maybe wearing something for Christmas Day, in my opinion. So absolutely love these. I think these are our most luxurious boxes yet. So can't wait to show you guys what is inside. So as I spoke about, I haven't made the Frog Tales dress yet. I've got the toile cut out. My goodness, I am starting to really panic, but I know I can get it done. It's definitely, I think I may be going with the Mason Fauve Cooper Libre. If I don't like the toile, I'm going to be in a mad panic. But I'm pretty sure from listening to a lot of your comments, I'm going to love that dress on. And I've watched the beautiful sew along to help me through, hold my hand, and I'm going to start that hopefully the 12 tonight. So fingers crossed. So let's talk about what's in store this week. I'm going to talk about what I'm wearing first, because it does tie into what I'm going to show you in a moment. But this dress is a dress from So Different Patterns. It's called the Folia Frock. I made it earlier on in the year from a beautiful block print. I'm going to talk a bit about the block prints in a moment, because we've got so many beautiful designs here. But it's a really lovely kind of easy wear, breezy dress with kind of a tulip style hem, but absolutely love the cocoon shape. It's a really nice one to wear. Love Laura's patterns, and we are getting a new batch of her patterns in. They are on their way now, so hopefully another week away they should be here. So we'll be restocking all of the Pink City collection patterns, which was so popular with these block prints. But we also are getting her newest collection, the Creators and Makers patterns, which look fabulous as well. So they'll be here any day, so can't wait to show you those. Before I get started on the fabrics as well, a new pattern release this week that we had in store is the gorgeous Crumpet blouse from Cosette Patterns. What a delightful little blouse that is. And look at this, a short sleeve version or a more puff, longer sleeve, very romantic boho feel blouse. It's just saying here that the fabric that you need is a 2.2 meters, depending of course if you make the sleeves or not. but just such a beautiful one that would be gorgeous in one of these blot prints, or even a beautiful broderie or a soft wispy kind of viscose fabric as well. So absolutely stunning little blouse from them. We've also restocked the Cosette grass green denim, probably for the last time. Now we got the last of it we could. We were lucky enough to get a bit more fabric from them, and it's been so popular. As soon as it comes in, it flies out the door. So there is only probably half a bolt of that left. So the grass denim is nearly all gone. And talking about French fabrics as well, the My Dress Made fabrics, the Mara leopard, that's been incredibly popular. We've got another bolt of that on their way. So if you were interested in that fabric and you haven't put your name on the waiting list, there is a very large waiting list for that. So when that fabric comes in, it goes out very quickly as well. So always a good idea to pop your name on the waiting list, and you'll be notified as soon as that fabric comes in. We've also got a restock of the very popular washed chambray leopard print. Now, a lot of you have gone on to get some more of that, which is a really lovely Euro washy chambray, a lovely colour denim, nice and light, perfect for shirt dresses, but you can still definitely make pants. It's not exactly a voile, it's the chambray, I would say a light to mid denim. But a really popular design, and we are just finding that animal prints this season are going to be king. Lion King maybe, but they are literally the most popular design you'll see this spring and summer, and people are really embracing them in different types of colour, different types of fabrics as well. So very, very popular. We've also got some beautiful viscose jerseys if you're after some beautiful knitwear, light and floaty kind of drapey knitwear. This is a gorgeous one. It's a nice cream colour with the leopard print throughout. And of course, viscose jersey is incredibly soft, beautiful for making t-shirts and wrap dresses, has wonderful vertical and horizontal stretch. But really lovely for, as I say, t-shirts, tank tops, t-shirt dresses. You can see a tear dress like the Everyday's a Weekend dress from Pattern Emporium in that one, or definitely a wrap dress would be gorgeous. So that one is already been very popular. I think a lot of you have been waiting for some nice viscose knits to come in. Now this one's created a bit of a sensation because it is the Royal Safari, and it is actually a deep sort of cobalt blue with black, and sometimes online that color combination for some reason throws purple and brown, but it's actually definitely a black and blue with a pale blue edging, and online, of course, when I first took the pics and put them up, they really started to look blue and brown, so we had to take those pics down and try and get the proper representation. Now normally I have trouble photographing greens, they come up quite grey in pictures. Never have I had so much trouble with a blue and black combo. But remember that dress pic that was a sensation on the internet a few years back now, and there was a dress that was a black and blue, but other people saw white and gold depending how you looked at it. It was amazing to see how certain colour combinations could throw differently on the screen. So it's definitely a blue and black print, and it's a really lovely viscose, of course, great stretch, really lovely soft weight. And I think a wrap dress in that would be smashing as well. Definitely a beautiful one for summertime. Now it is Saturday morning here, so there are a lot of people out mowing their grass, cutting their grass, and you'll hear a bit of background noise, and it's only because I decided to come out and film that everyone decides to come out and do their gardening. But I can't blame them because it's a beautiful morning. A lot of people here have long weekends and they're making the most of it. So my apologies for a bit of background noise happening at the moment. Last month's box for October was a beautiful Regency garden party. If you love that fabric, you are very lucky to have a bolt left. This is the beautiful cotton lawn with the lurex, and I actually was told it was viscose, and then we found out more recently it's actually definitely cotton lawn with a lurex stripe through it. But it really is such a soft, wispy, beautiful fabric, and I'm going to show you the dress that I made. It was the Sewing Mason Patterns Daphne dress. It was totally inspired by the whole Bridgerton aesthetic that's happening at the moment, the whole Regency Empire line era. The dress was way out of my comfort zone, and I actually had to be talked into making it by my daughter Phoebe. She said, "Mum, make something true to the era." I ended up modifying the bodice quite a bit. I'm only a B to C cup in sewing, but when I made the twirl up of that B to C cup, it was very, very low for me. Of course, some people are fine with that. I personally couldn't wear it how low it was, so I decided to kind of play with the D and E cup height, but tweaked the cup size to still stay the B and C, and I was really happy with it. I think that was the perfect size bodice for me, but it took a little bit of playing around with the bodice to get it right. But because it's only a smaller piece of fabric, it's quite easily enough to make a few toiles and that kind of thing. And the back, of course, is the elastic cased shirring effect, which gives you that nice bit of ease. It had a beautiful dramatic puff sleeve as well. The skirt was very simple and long, and the fabric itself was a delight to sew with, and it looked so beautiful and springy and floaty, and we've got some nice pics in the garden, and it was exactly what I had envisioned for this beautiful box. So if you love this fabric, it has a gorgeous lurexy stripe, and definitely no prickly underside. It's only woven through the top side, you'll see there. Underneath there is definitely no lurex poking through. Stunning fabric, and that is the last of it we have online. I head over to the Just Arrived section to see that gorgeous fabric. The earrings I have on today are from the Erst Wilder accessory company, of course, very, very popular jewellery brooch earring company here in Australia. And they did a collaboration with the Aussie artist Jocelyn Prost, and I love these little budgie earrings. I try and get them out for summertime and wear them with all my dresses that match. But have quite a few different pairs of these. Only thing with me lately is a lot of earrings I find I need to get that spray because they get a little bit sore after wearing them, because I don't wear earrings a lot. I'm not a big jewelry wearer, but when I do like jewelry, I like a big statement earring, and I don't wear any of my rings anymore. I find them just not very practical when you're handling a lot of fabric. Things like bracelets, you know, you got to watch they don't catch on fabric. So I tend to just go the earrings now, and yeah, I love these ones. They match in perfectly with this fabric, I think. One thing we did start this last season in store was getting in some beautiful European designer dead stock. And it's really been popular in store. It's one thing we tried, and we're going to keep getting it in because you guys are loving it. The last batch we had in sold out very, very fast. The company that I buy it from is based in France, and they get a lot of French and Italian designer dead stock fabrics in. So some of them are of bolts from design houses. Some of them are prints that haven't quite made it to exactly what the designer wanted, or maybe they've changed the scale of the print, or maybe they're ends of runs of fabrics that have been used for collections. So we just think it's a really great and sustainable way to get fabrics out into the world that would normally have been, you know, landfill and that type of thing. So I really love the fact that we can be bringing you guys in more of these beautiful dead stocks. So the latest ones we have here are mostly from France. There is a couple of Italian ones as well. This one is a beautiful one. It's called Indigo in Bloom, and it's a really lovely crepe viscose. They are all really lovely quality. These ones are all viscose, but I will be getting more in the next couple of weeks as well. And this one is just such a really feminine, floaty, beautiful fabric. That lovely indigo-y colour, I just think so beautiful, bordering on a purpley blue, and the nice beigey colour flowers there, which are just stunning. So it's got beautiful drape. That one will be incredible in that new blouse from Cosette as well, or maybe even like a hope dress or something simple to show it off. Definitely something with a puff sleeve. So that one is so lovely and light and gorgeous. We've also had restocks of the leopard print. This one is the Electrica, which was in a few months back, and it sold out quickly. A lovely cobalt blue with the leopard print viscose as well, and people have already been snapping that one up because it's just so nice to get those animal prints on a different colour base. And also the Some Like It Hot, which was the red base leopard, and it's got a really nice silkiness to it. Lovely floaty fabric, would make an amazing dress for, you know, heading into the festive season, I think. Definitely a winner. I think a lot of people have loved that red colourway. The newer ones we have are just delightful. This one's called Isabella's Dream. It's a beautiful purple base with a soft lilac and pink flower. Viscose crepe again would make an amazing puff sleeve blouse, in my opinion. Maybe even the Sweet Talker if you want a short sleeve puff blouse. A tea dress would be incredible in that as well, but really incredible drape, beautiful colourway in that, and I think a lot of people love those really lovely feminine colours. I love this bluebell on crimson, very, very dainty floral you'll see with the blues there. A lovely lightweight viscose in that nice tomato-y red colour would make a really lovely festive dress if you love a red dress for Christmas Day. I think a lot of people do, but I can definitely see a gorgeous dress in that, maybe the Marcel by Chalk and Notch as well. A lot of people love that with the tiered effect skirt. But we've also had a restock of the gorgeous Cosette sandalette pattern, which if you don't like all the puffs and frills, that's a really nice simple collared either dress or blouse as well, with a lovely neckline, and it looks great with a little belt as well. So moving on to the most beautiful block prints. These are your traditional style block prints, which are made from wood carving rubber stamp blocks. They use a lot of organic and natural dyes as well. And that the beauty about these is you can see that they're hand done, because there's little tiny imperfections here and there with the way the printing has been done. You'll see exactly on what I mean about the selvage here, where the end of the stamp has been. So they're really beautiful, authentic fabrics that come from Jaipur in India. Been really happy with our supplier so far. We've got some beautiful ones in that we had in last year as well. These ones are all more of your traditional style block prints. We'll also be getting some of the more dynamic kind of screen printed style ones. So you'll remember things like the Night Palace that we had last year. I made the beautiful aria dress from So Different Patterns with that lovely pleating. That was in the screen print, which I absolutely love as well. So we're getting some of those in the next week or so. But these are our more traditional style block prints. Now, so many gorgeous things. As I said, the So Different folia frock. You can make a jyoti duster if you want to just tread the waters, and if you haven't sewn with block prints before, they're really lovely to sew with. They've got a kind of a feel in between a lawn and a batiste, like a light poplin, but a bit more soft than that. So really lovely to sew with, and I can vouch for that because I have quite a few things. I've made the Mahal dress last year as well, which was in the purple antique moth fabric. So yeah, the folia frock, I've made these are all So Different Patterns, of course. I've made the Jodi duster, but I haven't tried the tuck, but it is a beautiful dress as well. But yeah, love their fabrics that we've been getting in, and we know you guys love all your seascape colours, so we've got quite a few beautiful turquoise colours in, and we've tried to venture into different ones, not just get the same ones in we had last year. We thought a lot of you may have already purchased most of them, and we thought we'll get some different ones in again. So this one is a beautiful one. It's called Sea Glass. It's very similar to what I've got on here in the colourway. A lovely turquoise. You can see what I mean about the traditional style, vintage style like flowers and stamping that they've used there. Really lovely if you love that whole boho aesthetic, but that one is Sea Glass. And a lot of these can be mixed and matched. A lot of people love making things like tiered skirts with different prints on each tier, which is amazing. This is one of my favourite ones. I love the colourway. It's got a really lovely orangey red base with a pink flower, and it's called Callista Sunrise, and I love this style of floral print. It looks like a gerbera flower to me, in my opinion, with the beautiful vines. I think that would make an incredible folia frock as well, but really nice weight, so cool and breathable for summertime. And make sure that you wash these before use. I just do a cold, gentle machine wash. A lot of people like to hand wash them, and they have a really earthy kind of smell to them when you first get them, and they do soften up beautifully the more you wear and wash them. But they're not like the Ankara or African wax prints. They're a lot more of a stiff feel. These are really lovely and soft. This one is gorgeous. It's called the Mediterranean Muse. If you love your fresh white blue Mediterranean colour palettes, you're going to love this. It would look amazing with like a white sandal, and a gorgeous in a caftan style dress. I think that one. The chamomile dress from So Different would also be beautiful in that one. Very fresh and inviting. And I haven't got them all here because if I did, I would be here literally all day. There are so many new prints that you can go head over to the Just Arrived section. You'll see this one I absolutely loved, and to me that just spoke Christmas time. This is the Cerulean Meadow with the lovely red flower and vine print throughout, and I love the blues in these ranges. I think blue is such a popular colour for block prints. Absolutely gorgeous. Be amazing even in a smock or tunic style top or dress. Now the sun's just starting to peek through now. If I leave it too late, it gets way too bright to video, and I like to show you guys the true colour. Now Phoebe helped me choose a lot of these. It was so hard not to say we want all of them because there are so many different designs, and a lot of them are very traditional. They go way back. This one's called where are we? Turquoise Terrat. So we love that tile kind of feel to that fabric. With like a diamond print throughout it and the gorgeous turquoise blooms on that ivory background would make such a gorgeous, fresh looking dress for a warm day. I can definitely see in this one something like the Helen's Closet Lawrence dress, that tier dress that Helen wears in a block print. Of course, Blackbird Fabrics have got block prints and they just can't get enough of them. I know a lot of people over in Canada love purchasing from them. This one's called Lotus Moon Glow, and it's got a really nice lotus pattern, like something other than just the pastel shades. This is a nice earthy toned black, cream, and that gold colour floral, which I think would make an amazing Lawrence dress. I absolutely love. I think this one could be one of my favourites. I've actually stolen a piece of this already for myself. It's called Mauve Sonata with this beautiful blue floral throughout it. It's a combination I haven't seen very often. I think that kind of mauvey, pinky purple colour with that blue is just such a really nice combination. Definitely a tiered dress in that would be incredible. I don't know what I'm going to make with it yet. It possibly could be another so different pattern because they just do their block print fabrics and pattern matches so well. But it would even make another nice Sweet Talker blouse that I made the tiered dress version. It was a mash between the Meet You There and the Sweet Talker sleeve, but just so beautiful and so feminine. I'm just going to show you two more because there's just too many to get through. But this one's really unusual. I love the colour in this. This one to me just speaks like sea garden, that soft green with the vines and the blue flowers. I love blue and green together. I think it looks incredible. But that one would make an amazing style smock or bohemian style dress. Even the Varley from Pattern Fantastic would look gorgeous with that big dramatic sleeve in that one. Remembering these are all 112 wide, so they're not especially wide, so you must take into consideration that you will need extra fabric for things like your puff sleeves and that kind of thing. So but in my experience, they've washed up and worn really, really well. This one is Blushing Blooms, and I absolutely love this. I think definitely a long tier dress in that I could really see. But even a nice skirt I think would look incredible. A tiered skirt, maybe your mauve skirt from True Bias Patterns with a simple tank top would look nice in that as well. So really cute pink blushy little flowers, and that one again is a very traditional style block print that you'll see quite often throughout the designs, the traditional block print designs. And what I mean about the scale, having the big and small scale print, you can see there together. Imagine a tiered dress with those two prints together. You could definitely do that for creating a bit of interest with different types of print matching. So because the sun's starting to peek through now, I'm going to leave it there for today. I'd love to hear if you're coming to Frocktails, have you made your dress yet? Or if you're like me, you've left it to the last minute. A lot of people have also been asking, what is Frocktails? Frocktails is an event that is put on by started by a group of sewers that thought they'd get together like-minded people in the community to basically make a frock and show up at an event and have maybe a get together, a couple of drinks, or maybe just gather around and have a chat and talk all things sewing. And it's grown to an event that is hosted right throughout the world. You'll just about see just about every country now has a Frocktails, and we love it here in Melbourne. It's got to be quite a big event. So I will be showing you. Fingers crossed I'll have it finished by Friday night. Oh, no, I'll have to have it finished by Friday night, but I can't wait to show you what I'm making, and I'll be taking pics on the night as well to show you guys the fun we're going to be having. So have a wonderful sewing week. Don't forget to mark your calendars for that next box release on the 10th of November if you love the sound of the Miss Moresby theme we're having. And have a wonderful week, and we'll see you all shortly. Bye for now.